Welcome to Piggy's Podcast, Week 10.
This is a special podcast. This is a presidential podcast in honor of Veterans Day.
Got the Army shirt, sweatshirt,
Got the Habersham Mayette 2028 shirt.
and a flag.
God bless America.
It's
And God bless fantasy football.
Not really. But... Alright, gonna get down to scores, talk about teams. Brian's gonna give some input. First, we had Kyle beat Eddie 131 to 88. That was a fucking massacre. You got anything on that?
No, not really. It's pretty irrelevant to me.
There we go. Next one, Jeff beat Ben 114 to 102.
Jeff beat Ben. Yeah, that was the matchup of the week, really. Number 1 and number 2 seeds. Well, if there wasn't divisions, number 1 and number 2 seeds. Ben's quarterback, Andy Dalton, on Thursday put up -3 points. -3 points. And the kid still puts up 102 points. This is absolutely ridiculous. His wide receiving core is just ridiculous, and he has Marshawn Lynch go off for 40 goddamn points. Like, Jeff still beats him. Anything?
Pretty much just fuck Andy Dalton. Kind of feel like he contributed to part of my issues this week, but I had more issues than Andy Dalton not being able to beat the Browns.
Oh, and also, fuck you, Ben. Really needed Jeff to lose this week. Now I'm pretty much no chance of getting the number 1 seed. So fuck you.
Next, we had the irrelevant matchup of the week. If we could bet on fantasy football, it'd be the degenerate special of the week. Brian Brothers 75, Charlie 42.
Charlie, if you're watching this, why are you even trying anymore? We see every week that you're dropping people, you're picking people up, you're putting people in, but your team is just fucking awful. There's no one good on your team.
It's like the opposite of Dwyer. Like when Dwyer's team has actually put up points the last couple of weeks. I'll give him credit where credit's due. But
it's because he beat you.
We're gonna get to that. But for a while, Dwyer just wasn't doing anything. He just was rolling with his regular lineup, and it sucked. Charlie might be better off taking the Dwyer approach and just not doing anything with his lineup. Because he keeps making these changes, and I think his team gets worse week by week.
Yeah. As of last night, Charlie had 27 points, I believe. It was 27 points.
Something like that.
We were sitting here, and we were really, really hoping that Charlie didn't hit 30. That really would have made my night.
That would have, that might have gone down in like national fantasy football record books as a low score.
Yeah,
that would be impressive
for sure.
Next we have your game. If you want to talk about that.
Yes. I beat Espo 105-102. So we were at PJ's on Sunday night, and Espo the entire game was saying that he was going to beat me because Calvin Benjamin and Jeremy Maclin weren't going to put up the points or whatever. And for the most part, he was right for the entire game until
garbage time.
Garbage time. 2 weeks in a row. Did it against Derek last week. Did it against Espo this week. It was the fourth quarter. Calvin Benjamin had literally 0 catches. Actually, had 1 catch for 9 yards going into the fourth quarter. With about 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, he catches 2 touchdowns for 70 yards. And I end up beating him by 3 points. So
might have been the most shocking text message I ever got.
Yeah.
I left right after halftime. I thought it was over. I stopped paying attention and started drinking, and got a text that Brian won in garbage time. I was pretty impressed.
Yeah,
pretty happy.
Sucks to suck, Espo. Sucks to fucking suck. So yeah. So now, unless Espo wins out and I lose out, I'm the number 2 seed. So. Fuck you, Espo.
All right. And speaking of sucks to suck, Dwyer and I played each other this week. Dwyer beat me 105-73. Not proud of it. Not happy. My team sucks. I've said it a few times. So I'll say it again. I'll keep saying it all year. I thought I had a good team on draft day. Thought I had a good team the first few weeks. They have completely shit themselves recently, and I might not win another game. Besides next week. Next week I'm beating Espo. That's a fact. Do you have anything to say about this?
You're right. Your team does suck. You've been beaten by Dwyer, whose team is awful. Derek and Dwyer now have the same amount of loses on the year at 7. The only thing that Derek has that is better than Dwyer is he doesn't have a tie. Dwyer has a tie with Charlie, who is, as we've been over, the worst fantasy football player in this league. He lost last year. He
might lose again this year.
And he's probably gonna lose again this year. Dwyer.
Back to back, whatever the fuck we're calling that trophy.
The cunt. This year it will be called the cunt.
Yeah.
So Charlie.
Hey Pion, if you're listening, we're gonna need a mold of your girlfriend's vagina for the trophy.
So Charlie, you blew me off this weekend. Hope you're watching this. You blew me off this weekend. So I really hope this year, for the second year in a row, you're the cunt. I'm sorry, but it's looking that way already, and whatever. So let's get to standings.
So standings right now, Jeff is the leader in his division, 9-1. He's got the 1 seed. Brian pretty much locked in. Yeah, Jeff would have to lose out, which it doesn't look like that's gonna happen.
Jeff doesn't like losing,
especially since I gave him Cutler, so losing Palmer for the season doesn't really hurt him. Yeah, I'm sorry for that, guys.
Jeremy Hill blows anyways.
Then this fella over here has the 2nd seed, leader of his division, 7-3. Then Ben and Kyle are tied for the last 2 spots in the playoffs at 7-3. The tiebreaker for that is total points overall for the season.
That being said,
and so Ben has the 3rd seed now. Kyle's at 4.
That being said, I really, 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 really hope that Kyle will beat out Ben for the 3rd seed, because Kyle's team is not as good as Ben's team. Ben's team is very good, and he deserves to be the 4 seed because I don't want to play him in the playoffs.
All right. And then we have Espo, right? He's a bunch of 5s. He's 5x5 in real life, and he's 5-5 and in the 5th seed in fantasy. Then Brian Brothers and Ed tied at 4-6, me at 3-7, Dwyer at 2-7-1, and Charlie at 1-8-1. Congrats again, Charlie. All right, so now coming up this week, I'm facing Espo. This is gonna take some work to get out. If Espo beats me, which my team isn't looking good recently, Espo gets to change my team name. If I win, I get to smack Espo in the face.
Also, we need to figure out, which we decided on Sunday, is this slap in the face going to be a random slap in the face that you can do at any time without him knowing, or is it going to be, hey Espo, I'm about to slap you in the face?
Yeah, we're gonna have a league vote. We're going to have to vote on if it should be a surprise attack, where I can just walk up to him when he's bouncing at Mardi Gras and just fucking smack him in the face and walk out, or if I have to give him some notice and we set up a time and a place where I can smack Espo in the face.
I think this league vote is pretty irrelevant because I think we all know how it's going to end.
I think we do too.
So,
but we're still going to put it up to vote just because we're a democracy.
Yeah, even though we don't vote on trades, but that's another issue.
That's because nobody wanted to vote.
Right.
But Espo, I think, has a team name lined up for me, and I don't want this news to just come out of the blue, so I'm going to try and explain it here on this podcast. I had a rough weekend. Real rough weekend. filled with many adventures that I'm not exactly proud of. Not using names, descriptions, anything. But there was some dirt and grime involved this weekend. Some not very classy. Even though I was drinking a lot of wine, still not classy. Don't know how that worked out for me.
Shitty wine.
And I woke up one morning with a rash on my foot. Not exactly sure what it was. I think it might still be lingering. There's a working theory that I might have foot herpes. So Espo might name his team like Derek's foot herpes or just like team foot herpes. I don't know what he's doing exactly with that.
Because Derek's foot got dripped on this weekend.
I'm not sure if that's an accurate statement, but I can't dispute that statement either. So when that team name drops, there's the explanation. Hope you all.
You're already
enjoy
admitting
that.
defeat.
No, oh no, fuck. I'm just really tired and hungover still. Really, I don't know how alcoholics do it. You guys call me an alcoholic. I'm not one. I'm 4 days deep into this kind of lifestyle and I can't take it anymore. I need rehab. I need liquids. I need a lot of shit, pretty much. And I need a fantasy win this week. So Espo can go fuck himself. I'm going to win this week, and I'm gonna smack the shit out of him. Any sign off for you?
God bless America.
Yeah, God bless the veterans, especially Pion. Love you, baby.
Woo.